In the heart of Chicago Heights, Illinois, where the walls echoed stories of families torn apart and children lost, the soil of my mind began its journey. It was a place where poverty wasn't just a state of financial deprivation, but a profound mental challenge. The neighborhood was a patchwork of life experiences, each plot bearing the marks of struggles and dreams that had taken root in its confines. Understanding our mind's landscape. The human mind is a vast terrain, with valleys of doubt and peaks of confidence. Growing up, my landscape was dotted with the towering figures of my grandmother, Mary Moses, and Pastor Robert Moses. They were the gardeners of my young psyche, planting seeds of faith and wisdom. Through the pages of the Bible, I was introduced to the ancient form of CBT. Scriptures, which spoke to each reader in a unique voice, provided solace and guidance, much like the therapeutic techniques of cognitive behavioral therapy. They taught me to introspect, to challenge my beliefs, and to seek the truth within. The words flowed like a river, nurturing the seeds of self-worth and purpose, teaching me that even in the darkest moments, one could find a glimmer of hope. However, as time wore on, the challenges grew. Schools, which were once places of learning, turned into battlegrounds. The corridors echoed with the sounds of fights and confrontations, while the classrooms bore witness to teachers struggling to maintain order. The pressures of the digital age, combined with the weight of societal expectations, began to erode the mental landscapes of many young minds. The absence of proper guidance and support turned these fertile grounds into barren wastelands. The importance of a healthy start. My early years were shaped by the loving care of my family and the teachings of the church. These influences acted as the fertilizers that enriched my mental soil, ensuring that the seeds of positivity and resilience took root firmly. But not everyone was as fortunate. The tragic events that unfolded in front of my home on that fateful day were a stark reminder of the importance of nurturing our mental gardens from a young age. The sounds of celebration following my daughter's volleyball victory were abruptly replaced by the heart-wrenching cries of a community in mourning. A young life, full of potential, was cut short in a senseless act of violence. The perpetrators, barely out of childhood themselves, were products of a system that had failed them. Their minds, which should have been gardens of creativity and ambition, had turned into breeding grounds for anger and resentment. In the face of such tragedies, one cannot help but wonder, what if these young souls had been given the right tools and guidance from the beginning? What if their mental landscapes had been cared for and nurtured, ensuring that the seeds of negativity were weeded out before they took root? The importance of a healthy start cannot be overstated. Our minds are like gardens, and the seeds we plant in our formative years determine the kind of harvest we reap in adulthood. As I reflect on my own journey, I realize that the foundation of our mental well-being lies in understanding our mind's landscape and recognizing the importance of a healthy start. It's time we prioritize the mental gardens of our youth, ensuring that they are equipped with the tools and knowledge to thrive in a world that is constantly evolving. Nurturing the seedlings. Growing up in Chicago Heights, I was surrounded by a multitude of stories, each more poignant than the last. Yet, amidst the chaos and hardships, there were beacons of hope, guiding lights that showed the way. My grandmother, Mary Moses, was one such beacon. Her dedication as a missionary for the Church of God in Christ was a testament to her unwavering faith and commitment to bettering the lives of those around her. Her teachings, rooted deeply in the Scriptures, became my first introduction to the transformative power of words. The Bible, with its tales of trials, tribulations, and triumphs, served as a metaphorical mirror, reflecting the challenges of our own lives. Through its verses, I learned the art of self-reflection, of questioning, and of seeking understanding. This, in essence, was my first brush with the principles of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, the power of perspective. The world is a complex tapestry of experiences and emotions. Every individual, every child, views it through a unique lens shaped by their upbringing, culture, and personal experiences. The mind's landscape, much like a physical garden, requires attention, care, and, most importantly, the right perspective. In my formative years, watching families grapple with challenges, witnessing the strength and resilience of my community, I came to understand the significance of perspective. It's not the challenges that define us, but how we perceive and respond to them. CBT emphasizes this very idea, the power to reshape our reactions by altering our perspectives. Tending to our mental garden. As the years went by, I began to see the ripple effects of early influences on young minds. The school corridors, which once echoed with laughter and learning, became arenas of conflict. The digital age, with its barrage of information and influences, began to muddy the clear waters of young minds. Social media platforms became the new battlegrounds, where self-worth was measured in likes, shares, and comments. Yet, amidst this digital chaos, the principles of CBT shone like a guiding star. By recognizing and challenging negative thought patterns, by focusing on the present and cultivating mindfulness, one could navigate the treacherous waters of adolescence and beyond. Planting seeds of hope. The tragic incident in front of my home, where a young life was snuffed out in its prime, was a grim reminder of the urgency to act. Our youth, teetering on the edge, need guidance, support, and tools to help them make sense of the world around them. CBT offers a beacon of hope in this regard. By teaching young minds to recognize, challenge, and replace negative thought patterns with positive ones, CBT lays the groundwork for a mentally healthy adulthood. It provides the tools to cultivate resilience, empathy, and emotional intelligence, skills that are crucial in today's fast-paced world. Conclusion. The soil of our minds, like that of a garden, is fertile ground, waiting to be sowed with seeds of positivity, hope, and resilience. By understanding our mind's landscape, recognizing the importance of early influences, and equipping our youth with the tools of CBT, we can ensure that the gardens of their minds bloom with flowers of happiness, contentment, and success. The journey might be long and fraught with challenges, but with the right care and nurturing, every mind can thrive.